And ahead of kick-off, both sets of players taking the knee, a unified signal that racism and discrimination of any kind is not tolerated in our game and wider society. So here we go then, another international break done and dusted. This is the final block of WSL fixtures. A big 90 minutes for these teams, wanting to end their seasons as strongly as possible. And as I mentioned at the very start there, clinch that 5th spot finish. And it's the skipper Hines who goes to ground after the challenge comes in from Nikita Paris. Liverpool take the free kick quickly. Rachel Laws pinging it out to the left-hand side. The ball controlled well, bit of pressure from Ajamang. Throw in for the visitors on that halfway line. Possession picked up by Brighton. Some really nice opening play in that ball from Kirby, looking to link up with Nikita Paris. Seen by the Liverpool defence, now Liverpool on the attack. Some nice footwork and the ball played forward. There's some space for Smith. Smith with the shot, and what a brilliant start to this game. Olivia Smith does it again. Scored against the Seagulls earlier on in the campaign. Scores against them again today. And it's Liverpool who've got off to a flyer. Really good passing move from the visitors. Olivia Smith shouldn't be able to make a run like that, completely unguarded. It's Pattinson who's been so focused on the ball, she hasn't paid attention to the creeping run behind her of Olivia Smith, one of the youngest, brightest talents in the WSL. She makes it Brighton 0, Liverpool 1. Amber Whiteley will be delighted with that start, especially after the disappointment of the loss to Chelsea in the FA Cup a week ago. Aggie Beaver-Jones scoring deep into that game to knock Liverpool out of the competition. But Whiteley, who is an interim charge, said this is just a marker for her Liverpool team, and they've shown in their early exchanges here that there's no hangover effect. But they have conceded a free kick, and this is a good opportunity from a set-piece routine for Brighton to respond. Goal has quietened the crowd somewhat. Dario Vidosic will want his team to produce something to just bring that volume back around the stadium. A line of red marshalling on the edge of the 18-yard area. The right-footed delivery comes in, and it's claimed well by Rachel Laws. Made her 100th appearance for Liverpool in the FA Cup victory against Arsenal. So reliable, got lots of experience. Really commanding presence behind that Liverpool back four. It's Fisk out to Hines. And the goal scorer winning a throw-in for her team. You can see Amber Whiteley coming out to the edge of her technical area, just having a word with Smith. The young Canadian really lighting up this league, following her move at the start of the season. It's her 7th league goal of the campaign. Liverpool looking to build down that left-hand side once again. Ball played back to defence. Hines stretching over into the shade. Lugano plays the ball into Smith, 1v1 against Pattinson. Some extra cover to try and deal with the threat, and that's good defending. Although there again, Olivia Smith showing the physicality that she can bring that torments defenders in this division. Pressure being piled on here from Liverpool. They've got one. Looking for a second, and the shot comes in. Kiernan just losing her balance as she teed up to take the strike. Liverpool looking razor sharp. Bit of a let off there for Brighton. Tough opening 5 minutes for the side who do occupy that 5th space in the division. It's been a brilliant campaign overall. Brighton have already beaten last season's points tally. But the pressure just seems to be mounting, wave after wave of red attack at the moment. Here's Nagano. Liverpool's backline happy to pass along, and then they've got the support of the midfield pair of Sam Kerr and Fuka Nagano ahead of them. Looked after the ball neatly so far this afternoon. Fisk gathering ground for Liverpool, finds Hines, whose first time ball sets Kiernan on her way. The ball cut back. Kiernan's touch a heavy one, and Brighton able to intercept, but the offside flag is up. Kiernan with a really positive sprint towards goal. One of the many Liverpool players on international duty and represented the Republic of Ireland. Played the first half in Ireland's 2-1 win against Greece. Talking of international players, here's Fran Kirby, one of the best to do it in an England shirt. Can the 7-time WSL winner be a bit of a spark for Brighton here as they trail to an early Olivia Smith goal? Fisk with the long ball forward. Brighton allow it to bounce, and Bergson plays it back to the keeper under pressure. And that is seized upon by Liverpool, but Smith just unable to keep the ball in play. Pattinson with the throw-in. Brighton haven't played a game in 21 days. Last time out, a narrow 2-1 defeat at home to Manchester City. It was one of those games where the scoreline didn't quite reflect the game itself. Brighton had 23 shots in that game, the most that they've ever had in a WSL match, an XG of 1.99. It means that the hosts have lost their last 2 WSL games, previously to Leicester. Could be 3 in a row for the first time since February last year. 3 in a row for the first time under their manager, Dario Vidicic. Liverpool bodies on the ground, but Brighton look to attack down the left-hand side through Kirby. Hines reading that well, and the game will be paused as the Liverpool player is still down. The physio not rushed on immediately. Sam Kerr back up on her feet, and play will resume with Brighton taking the throw in the Liverpool half. 10 minutes played, and it's Liverpool who have the early advantage. The Liverpool captain has the ball in her hands on the halfway line. Ball back at her feet. Challenge comes in. Brighton appeal for the throw. Maisie Simons with the intervention. A really lovely moment ahead of the international break between the 22-year-old and Nikita Paris. News of the call-up for the Brighton midfielder greeted with such joy by her international teammates, Nikita Paris and Fran Kirby, of course, being called up. And interesting to hear Simons talk about how she observes the pair, their intensity, their application in training on a match day, and how she looks to learn as she's still developing and nurturing her own game. There again, just pressing, bringing some aggression into the Brighton midfield. Smith wins it back far, far too easily for Liverpool. And here's another opportunity. And Leanne Kiernan forces a good save. Just too easy for Smith to pick up the ball and have the time as well to lay off the pass to Kiernan, whose right-footed shot is pushed over, and Liverpool up in the ante, have a corner. Marie Herbinger, absolutely lethal in these dead ball scenarios. Her corner comes in. Fisk able to make the run, doesn't connect with it how she would like. The ball's recycled. Herbinger whips it in again, cleared on the edge of the 6-yard box. Liverpool looking the sharper here. Another positive run into the area. Agyemang doing her defensive duties. But that is not where the Brighton boss wants to see his forward making an impact in the game. He wants her in that other box, but Brighton with few ventures in the attacking third. Liverpool again on the attack. Ball comes in, and it's Kiernan again. And an absolute nuisance in this opening 14 minutes. She seems to be here, there, and everywhere for Liverpool. Liverpool's number 9 lifting her left arm aloft, awaits the delivery, manages to get in front of her defender far, far too easily. Great play from the Garno. Liverpool winning those individual battles to good effect so far as we approach the opening quarter of an hour. Adjaman looking to put some pressure on, and you can sense that the home crowd here get off their seats anytime Adjaman is near the ball. But those glimpses, too rare an occurrence so far. Liverpool dominating on the ball. Brighton yet to register a shot. And there's Adjaman again. Links up with her teammate and then hits the ground, waiting for the referee's whistle, which does eventually ring out at the Amex. Nice flick from Smith. Kiernan getting in a battle, and that work rate from Liverpool, serving them well so far today. So they launch the ball forward into that left channel, and it will trickle out for a Brighton throw. Brighton trailing here, yet to suffer defeat this season when they have played at the Amex. Drew against Manchester United back in October, and Nikita Paris cancelled out Grace Clinton's early opener there. And Brighton will want to get Paris on the ball a bit. And on such a note, here is Brighton's number 9. Just assessing her options, a little bit hesitant, receives a nudge in the back from Hines, but still able to lay the ball off. And Brighton switch up play over on the right-hand side. Here's Adjaman, and the volume goes up around the Amex. Has support, and Brighton looking to patiently build here. The cross headed away by Fisk. Kankovic feeds the ball to Paris, back to Pattinson. Pattinson push right back for the Seagulls. Here's Bergsvand. And the long ball finding Adjaman in a bit of space, just too much on that. And that's a frustrated end to what looked to be a little positive spell for the home team. But a bit of a gift now for Brighton to get some bodies up the pitch. Nice play. Adjaman with an even nicer layoff. This is the best move that Brighton have produced so far this afternoon. Just sense that the game's momentum is shifting somewhat. And whilst that's dealt with easily by Rachel Laws, the home crowd liking what they're seeing a bit more this last couple of minutes as we approach the 20-minute marker. Olivia Smith's goals still the difference between these two teams. A reminder that should Liverpool take 3 points away with them this Easter bank holiday, they will leapfrog Brighton in the table. Liverpool haven't travelled well on the road in the WSL of late, losing 5 in their last 6 away league games. Victory here at the Amex would certainly be a tonic, but there's plenty of time left to go in this encounter. As the goal kick bounces, headed back towards the Liverpool goal. Paris, with her back to goal, tries to hold up play, but Hines really robust, and the challenge comes in on the goal scorer again, who often leaves WSL battles a little bit bruised and battered, Olivia Smith. She's able to get back up on her feet and get involved in this set piece that Liverpool have won. Here's Kiernan on the left this time, crosses the ball in. Smith will retrieve on the other side. Invites the challenge from Pattinson. And that's a more good, efficient forward play from Liverpool. Another corner to try and test their hosts' resolve. Herbinger lifting her right arm aloft. Delivers on her right boot. The header away, but the seconds scooped up by Liverpool. Another testing ball in, and it's Fisker, I think, that rises highest to get on the end of that. It would be concerning for Brighton just how many of those crosses in Liverpool are able to receive and get on the end of. A bit more aggression perhaps needed in defending that box. Brighton picked up 19 points last season, finishing 9th in the division. Quite outstanding, really. The improvements last season was such a difficult one. Lots of managerial changes. Dario Vidicic has steadied the ship. Been some marked improvements. Can we see the hosts get back level halfway into the opening 45 minutes here? It's Vidicic's first season in charge after joining from Melbourne City. Led them to the title there and spent a lot of time in Australia, getting that management experience at Brisbane Roar, Melbourne City, Adelaide United. And there's a curling shot comes in. And that's been as close as Brighton have gotten so far this afternoon. The ball in from Pattinson. And the shot just whistles wide. Nadine Nordum signed from Ajax in January. Pressing up from midfield, had the space to get the shot away there. 20 minutes left of the opening half. Kiernan in battle with Bergsvan, and what a battle it is. That's the Liverpool forward who's flagged by the assistant. Brighton going long, trying to build down the right-hand side. Here's Agyemang on loan from Arsenal. Got plenty of red shirts surrounding her. The judge to have fouled. And that Brighton attack fizzles out. Agyemang scoring 41 seconds, I think it was, into her England debut. Unbelievable international break for her. Playing for England's under-19s and then getting the call up because Alessia Russo was injured. And I'm sure many, if not all of you, whether you watched it live or in the highlights, saw that goal. Such a mature moment of class from Agyemang, who will dazzle on the international stage for many years to come, and will dazzle in the WSL as well. But it's just not clicking for Brighton in the final third so far this afternoon. Again, see Pattinson on a really promising run, not able to execute the pass, which was quite a simple one forwards to Kirby. Brighton hosted an open training session here at the Amex on Tuesday, building the buzz ahead of this match at the main stadium. It's a 5-goal thriller last time out here at against West Ham. Just the one goal, though, so far today, and it came in the opening 90 seconds. Another smart finish from Olivia Smith, her maiden campaign in the English top flight. Catching the eye, and Liverpool will be wanting to hold on to her this summer. It's a clever little flick. Kirby. Smith goes down, referee not interested, says play on. Here's Paris. Retreats towards the halfway line. Simons. Bergsvand. Smith still down and boos are ringing now, but of course Brighton under no obligation to play the ball out so that Liverpool's player can receive attention. Kirby to Pattinson. Nice play from Brighton. Could this be the best opening of the game so far? Here's Kirby. And it needed an important clearance, and Hines eventually plays the ball out, and it should enable Smith to receive treatment. And that would just take out the sting from a Liverpool perspective, because this was the best, most fluid passing move of the game so far for the home team. Fran Kirby, so dangerous in those scenarios, able to take the ball towards the 6-yard area, looking to serve it up for a teammate. That's a positive moment for Brighton to build upon, as many of the players make their way over to the bench. An opportunity for a drinks break. There's some tactical instructions to be relayed as well, and it's no surprise really that Dario Vidicic is talking to some of his key playmakers there. Nikita Paris in particular in conversation. And while we have this break in play, a reminder that you can keep up with all the latest Barclays WSL news if you head to the comments section and check out our pinned message. Subscribe to make sure that you are up to speed with all the news going on across the division. Another busy weekend, and it's going to be a busy few weeks. Plenty of twists and turns between now and the end of the season. Interesting to see Amber Whiteley herding her players over for a quick regroup. Olivia Smith does look like she'll be able to resume, and given her influence and significance in this Liverpool 11, that will be pleasing for the visitors. You have to get back into shape and get ready to defend this throw-in. Pattinson, thwarted by Hines. Liverpool throw. Hines was just centimetres away last week from scoring an absolutely cracking goal in the FA Cup semi-final. Wasn't to be on that occasion. Score a quality goal or two, Hines. Brighton have a free kick which they take short. Square along to Bergsvand. This is a good opening for Ajimang. Ajimang looks to charge into the box, and she does so. Ajimang tries to get the cross away. And another call against Ajimang. She looked to battle away for the authority and advantage there. A really strong run. The teenager has looked Brighton's most dangerous outlet in this half so far. Starting in place of Madison Haley, who had to come off injured last time out against Manchester City, despite having the international break. Haley not in the squad for Brighton today. Ten minutes to go until half-time. Can Brighton rustle up an equaliser? It's Rachel Laws, who has the ball at her boots, sprays it out to Hines. Fisk, who signed a contract extension with Liverpool during the international break. She was the Player of the Year last season for Liverpool, and she's had another really reliable campaign in red this season too. Very deserving of that new contract, and a player who looks so comfortable at the back for the visitors. Who've been really, really well protected in terms of the defensive shift from players like Kiernan there, who have worked so hard off of the ball so far today. Herbinger and Kiernan combining just a real hunger and appetite to get on the ball, and that looked a nasty one in terms of the landing there for Kiernan. Always a bit of an awkward one when you see a player land like that. Free kick just on the edge of the circle. We'll see the challenge come in. A challenge that was there to be made. Kiernan still down. That's the kind of challenge that will be followed up with a stern conversation. Nordum, the player who put a boot in. Play restarts, and here's Fisk out wide to Smith. Paris under pressure, goes down, and eventually the whistle is blown. A slight delay there. I wonder if the referee was just waiting to see what happened there, but the whistle does go. Nikita Paris wins the foul. Brighton have possession. Boxed in by Liverpool. That's a neat turn, but the challenge comes in. And that teamwork again paying off for Liverpool. Here's Kiernan. Her pass is a loose one. And Paris on the prowl. Wins possession back for Brighton. And this isn't looking good for Liverpool and their star, Olivia Smith. Received treatment about 5 minutes ago. And there's some follow-up attention required here, and it looks to be the right ankle, perhaps. And the youngster in a degree or two of discomfort. Amber Whiteley might be forced into an early change here. I'm sure she'll be desperate just to see, with 5 minutes or so remaining of this first half, can Smith see out the remainder of the opening half. She's also too important a player to risk anything with at all. So Liverpool down to 10. Looks like Olivia Smith will rejoin her teammates. No change looks immediate. Smith ushered back on. Simons takes the free kick but plays it back for Brighton. Look, the Brighton keeper playing it short. As Brighton to build from the back. And that's loose from the hosts. And it affords Liverpool the chance to go on the attack again. It's a dangerous ball, goes unpunished. But here's Smith. Good twist and turn. Gets the cross in as well, does Smith. Kirby and Paris having to help their team out with a bit of defending here. But yet again, the aggressive work rate and press from Liverpool's attack wins them a throw-in in a really advanced position in the Brighton half. Hines will take the throw. Lots of options around her. Back to Fisk. After giving the ball away, Fisk wins it back. And Bonner back to Laws. Centre-back receives possession, clips it down the right channel. And here's Herbinger. You know how she can lace play together for Liverpool. Kiernan's cross. No red shirts in the area to get on the end of that. But again, Liverpool just winning those battles, getting to the ball first. All those half margins they're making work in their favour. Here's Smith. On the outskirts of the area, into the box goes Smith. Can Smith find the shot? She does. But Lurk will gather. Hines leaves it for her teammate. Olivia Smith with such clever footwork. It was a tough angle and there were plenty of Brighton players back to defend. But Smith looking like she's shaken off to a certain degree that injury that caused her to receive some treatment twice in this opening half. Her goals still the difference as we head towards half-time. Ball given away. What a mistake. And Brighton punished just before the break. Leanne Kiernan with the most simple of tap-ins. And Liverpool's control of this game tightens just before the break. Brighton almost manufacturing their own downfall here, looking to play out from the back. The loose pass picked up, the assist, as brilliant a moment in that as anything. Real cool, calm composure, unselfish play from Liverpool. And they head towards half-time, 2-0 to the good. Lots of hands on hips across that Brighton outfield. Haven't lost at the Amex so far this season. And we have it all to do second half. 90 seconds remain of the 45. It just needs to be a bit more urgency. Give this home crowd something to get behind before the break. Here's Kirby. Back to Pattinson. A quick word for Kerry Holland's first half display. Back in the team after injury. She scored 4 in 4 against Brighton, and although she's not on the score sheet yet, she has come up with both assists for her teammates. A really influential return for Holland. Now, as we approach half-time, the entertainment doesn't stop there. If you scan the QR code, you can play the Barclays WSL halftime pairs game. So do that now in between the break. And do make sure that you rejoin us in the second half, where I suspect we will see a far, far more intense display from Brighton. I imagine boss Dario Vinicic cannot wait to get his players in to regroup. We might even see some changes as well, as the fourth official tells us we will have a minimum of 4 additional minutes to be played. Time yet for the Seagulls to slice the deficit. Can't recall Brighton having a corner in this opening half either. Perhaps a signal of the lack of threat they have been able to pose in and around the area. We know that they've got the players to do it. But the accuracy of the passing and getting the basics right really has to be spot on. And Olivia Smith challenged, a yellow card for Poppy Pattinson, and again we see Brighton in a really good position, and then all of a sudden a loose pass, Liverpool on the attack, and Olivia Smith down again. The teenager offers such threat that You can see in moments like that her pace and tenacity, her commitment to the ball. Those kind of challenges, you come off worse as an attacker. Whereas her treatment was administered on the right-hand side, this looks to be the left ankle, and it's not nice to see Smith looking in such discomfort there. We're 2 minutes into 4 additional, and of course this will run on. It's that left ankle, isn't it, that the physios are trying to assess. I was talking about how Dario Vidicic would be feeling going into the halftime break. Amber Whiteley will be absolutely thrilled. Spoke to Amber after the loss in the FA Cup, and you could see she was so devastated in the means of conceding the goal so late, but really proud of the way that her team delivered the game plan, the moments that they had in the first half to push Chelsea all the way. Spent a long, long time at Liverpool as technical director of their RTC, head coach of the under-21s, stepped into the assistant head coach role and worked with Matt Beard on his return back in 2021. And then with the change happening earlier in the year, it's an opportunity that Whiteley has taken with both hands and been very public with her ambition and trying to make this interim position a permanent one. Be interesting to see the approach that Liverpool take. I think for many, they see such potential in Liverpool to really, really push that top 4. It was a fantastic season last season. Their best finish in the division, 41 points. 21 so far this season, 22-point difference. It's been a more inconsistent campaign, this one. Amber Whiteley will be hoping to perhaps build a more thorough performance level in her team between now and the end of the season. And for Olivia Smith, it looks like her afternoon will be coming to a premature end. That last challenge, one that the youngster can't shake off. And that's a real shame. Her afternoon shift, a positive one, opening the scoring in the opening 2 minutes. And we hope that that injury doesn't look or doesn't become as serious as it looks. The change is coming. And it's Cornelia Capox who will be coming on. Started last week against Chelsea.
A substitution for Liverpool coming off.
The Swedish international coming on, and quality replacing quality there. Capox got her first senior call-up for Sweden in the international break, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a lovely moment when she finds out about that call-up, and it is celebrated with such euphoria by each and every one of her teammates at the training ground. It shows how unified and together this Liverpool team are. And there have been good moments this season, been some really, really tough ones as well for Liverpool. But right now, as we head towards half-time, this is certainly proving to be a very productive afternoon's work. Paris sliding in, makes contact, and Liverpool have a throw-in right in front of their gaffer, who's in discussion with the 4th official. Man chests the ball down slow to be able to turn and face goal. Charges towards the byline, lays the ball off, cut out by Bonner. Here's Kankovic for Brighton. Exchanging passes with Paris. Ball won back by the visitors. Who will just look to keep a hold of the ball until they hear the half-time whistle blow. Another long ball. Looking for Agyemang, cut out by Liverpool. Throw in for the hosts. Kirby now plays the ball back. Will look to go long. No, she doesn't. Plays it short. Brighton hoping there's still time to build through the thirds. We imagine that the half-time whistle will be imminent. And there it goes. Slow, sometimes sloppy, especially by the standards that Brighton have built this season. Poppy Pattinson, Rachel McLaughlin, and the Dean Nordham, the difference. There was a real sort of lack of energy and substance, in particular in the midfield for Brighton. Although Dario Vidicic wouldn't have had too much positive play to highlight at the break, he does know that his team can offer far, far more here at home. Meanwhile, for the visitors, the message will be to keep up the momentum, keep building. Two very well taken goals from Olivia Smith and Leanne Kernan, and the prize for Liverpool, if they are to keep hold of this result, is that they leapfrog Brighton in the table ahead of kick-off. Just the point. The difference between these two. Both have won 6 games so far this season. Liverpool did have to make a change themselves in the opening 45 minutes. Olivia Smith coming off with an injury. Took a heavy knock to her ankle, replaced by Cornelia Capox. Agyemang wins the throw for Brighton. Thought about taking it, but actually is far more advantageous from a Brighton perspective if she's available in open play. And the throw-in attempts to find Agyemang, but it's cut out by Liverpool. Brighton will be so desperate to put on a second half for this home crowd to appreciate more than the opening 45 minutes, because this has been an outstanding season. Brighton have already beaten last season's points tally. And they've never lost 3 games in a row under their boss. And this is a brilliant chance to slice the deficit, and this is a brilliant beginning to the second half. Michelle Agyemang scoring for the Seagulls. Back from international break, buoyant, the teenager in the right place at the right time. And a brilliant impact as well from the substitute, Kiko Seike, getting the cross in. It was allowed to bounce, it wasn't cleared. And it's tapped in, and you can see the frustration etched on the face of Liverpool goalkeeper Rachel Laws. This is exactly what the home team needed. And for Liverpool to concede a goal so cheaply, this game is on all right. Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Liverpool 2. And that is something for the home crowd to cheer about. Sleepy defending at best from the visitors there, but Ajamang doing what all instinctive forwards do. Staying on their toes, ready and anticipating a mistake. And Ajamang has possession on the halfway line. The whistle has blown. Press already in these opening few minutes, far more aggressive, far more assertive from the home team, and working far more positively for them as well. All played out to the right hand side to Seike in the shade. Has support, and Brighton moving the ball about nicely. The long ball over the top will be chased by Kankovic, who does well to keep it in. The former Chelsea player. Finds Kirby, here's Seike again. Another good cutback and a corner for Brighton. That half-time team talk has certainly done the trick. You will certainly hear the noise around the Amex. If Brighton were to get an equaliser here. Bit of an overload at the back post for the hosts. Kankovic is offering a shorter option should the Seagulls want. But they go direct, the ball whipped in, headed. The seconds falls to Seike, just unable to control it as neatly as she would like. But Lurk is off her line, commanding for the home team. Far more authoritative in possession. And here's Ajamang again, but the offside flag just goes up. Ajamang, pacey in any foot race up against any WSL defender, just miscued the run there ever so slightly. But still, that will be stretching the Liverpool defence. That will be giving them a thing or two to think about when, in brutal honesty, they didn't have to do too much of that, the Liverpool defence in the opening half. The triple change from boss Dario Vidosic. Having a good impact so far. Here are Liverpool on the attack, trying to find a way through, but Brighton with bodies back. And here's Kirby. The option wasn't on, so just lays the ball back. Gets involved again, Kirby. One of the best to play in the WSL. What a career Kirby's had. She's scored 8 goals against Liverpool in her career. Only has a better goal tally against Bristol City and Birmingham. Both of those, of course, in the division below nowadays. You wouldn't put it past Fran Kirby. Comes up with big goals here at the Amex. Did so in the game against West Ham. And Rachel McLaughlin and Kiko Seke had Brighton ahead, a Katrina Gorey double, and then Fran Kirby with the winner. This is Brighton's third game at the Amex, undefeated here so far this season. Laws rolls the ball out to Fisk on the corner of that 6-yard area. Square to Bonner. And then cleared long upfield. Bergsvan now for Brighton. These patterns of play, what we're more familiar to from Brighton. Bergsvan in particular, certainly earlier on in the season, was such a key, integral part of how Brighton would look to build from the back. Had more touches than any other player, more forward passes than any other player for Brighton. Simons to Bergsvan. A long searching ball finds Seke, hits it first time, takes a deflection and eventually cleared by Liverpool. Another promising attacking move here from the home team. The cutback intercepted. But with every attacking move now, the home crowd up on their feet, anticipating that Brighton will find an equaliser here. Played just over 10 minutes of this second half. The home team have sliced the deficit courtesy of Michelle Ajamang. Here's Hines for Liverpool. Long ball forwards, Ajamang will chase. Feels a bit of a pullback, and there was from Kapox, and a yellow card will follow. And that is just the threat that Michelle Ajamang epitomises in the front line of this Brighton team. And Amber Whiteley's seen enough. She's going to make some changes of her own. Leanne Kiernan. Bernabei making way and coming on the field of play. Sophie Roman-Haag and Gemma Evans, two very dependable players for the visitors. Evans started against Chelsea last week, and Roman Hart coming on as a substitute. The latter Norwegian international, joining from the AS Roma. Had an ankle injury in October, but since then has been building and offers a lot to this Liverpool team. Both sprint to guard the 18-yard line. This is a big moment. Brighton with a free kick in a dangerous position. The delivery comes in towards Ajamang at the back post. It bounces, will be kept in by the Arsenal loanee. Nice play. And here's Kirby now. Seke heads towards that byline. There's a nudge in the back, but just robust defending from Holland. Back from injury herself with 2 assists in the first half. Having a say at both ends of the pitch as well, and a challenge comes in from Bonner. It's Liverpool who've been strangers in the attacking third this time, but this is a good opportunity and the ball bounces just off target. And whilst those attacking moments have been more limited in this second half, this is a glimpse of the quality. Nice cutback from Taylor Hines, and even nicer delivery in. It's Herbinger, just not positioned how she would have liked in terms of balance, who nods it wide. An hour played at the Amex, and it's Brighton 1, Liverpool 2 in the Barclays Women's Super League. And it's Liverpool on the attack. Brighton out of shape here. It's a substitute who had the opportunity to try and get the shot away, but Brighton defending their goal and need to defend this throw-in. Corner for the visitors. Herbinger for a chance to put a ball in to test the Brighton defence, restore that 2-goal cushion. Delivery along the ground and will be cleared by Kirby. Missed opportunity there for the visitors, but they still have possession in the Brighton half. Herbinger lays it off to Fisk on the overlap. Ajamang's clearance mopped up by Liverpool, and here's Nagano. Liverpool's number 8 with possession again. Free kick for Brighton, ball played back to Lurk. Hines gives chase and then plays the ball back to Nagano. Kirby with an important intercept, but then turns in frustration that the ball's given straight back to Liverpool. She won't stop hustling away. Fran Kirby drives forward, and the Amex likes to see that. Ajamang runs into a congested area. If she was just able to look up, there was a nice, neat little run being made by Kirby. Nevertheless, Kirby with the strike. Good opportunity there, and it's Kiko Seike in the mix yet again, creating the opportunities, being that spark that Brighton needed. Hit on the volley, on the turn from Kirby. Would have been quite some goal if it had hit the target. Good battle there in the middle of the park. And enough pressure applied for Liverpool to carry the ball forwards. Too much pressure though from Nikita Paris. And into the book, the centre forward goes. Born and bred in Liverpool, of course. Nikita Paris. Joined Everton at under 12s and played such a pivotal part in her career. She scored Brighton's only goal in the meeting earlier on in the season. A game that Liverpool won by the very scoreline we see now. We've got 25 minutes left to be played here, and you do sense some more goals might be coming. Evans now for Liverpool. Pressed by Seike. The first player in the WSL to score a hat-trick on her debut and provided the all-important assist. Pretty much her first couple of touches on the ball. Coming on as a second-half substitute. It's Taylor Hines, the Liverpool captain. Former England youth international who recently switched her senior allegiance to Jamaica, and Jamaica will be playing against England for the very first time in an international game. So the Lionesses prepare to defend their European title. And I suspect we'll see Hines in that Jamaican team. Great to see another strong attendance here at the Amex. Back in 2019, Brighton broke the WSL record attendance, 5,265 back then for their game against Arsenal. That was Brighton's first season full-time in the division. The attendances have grown and grown and grown, not just here at the Amex, of course, but across the division as a whole. And the sunshine by the sea, those home supporters will be hoping that there's still plenty of time yet for Brighton to carve a way back into this game. And there's a challenge that's come in, and both players feeling the knock of that. Ajamang will certainly require some treatment. I expect we'll see the Liverpool physios on as well. And while Michelle Ajamang receives a little bit of treatment, this could be your perfect opportunity to head towards the comments section, where you will see our pinned link. You can keep up with all the latest Barclays WSL action. It's the crunch time in the season. This could be a crunch moment in terms of Michelle Ajamang's afternoon. That right leg and calf being stretched. You can see the physios in conversation with the Brighton bench. Let's take a look at Ajamang's important part played this afternoon in getting Brighton off to a fantastic start in the second half. A brilliant run down the right channel from Kiko Seike, and Ajamang was hanging back at the far post and able to bundle the ball in. Been a brilliant month for the teenager, scoring for her country and scoring for Brighton. But she'll want those goals to have real consequence in terms of earning points for her country and for her club. The cameo off the bench for England, not enough as they fell to a 3-2 defeat against Belgium. But time yet, 20 minutes left to go here at the Amex for Brighton to find that equaliser and then from their perspective look to push on. Brighton with a throw-in on the far left-hand side. Ajamang holding up play really effectively, just charged towards by Nagano. Throw-in for the hosts. Hooked upfield by Kirby. Seike will look to get to the ball, but she's closed down. Good pressure. Throw in for Brighton. Both managers with their hands in their pockets, looking relatively calm, but a million thoughts charging in their mind. Looking, watching, observing, seeing how those fine margins can sway the way of their team. Kirby now, the next player in the book for Brighton. A yellow card caution there for the challenge on Sam Kerr, who celebrated her birthday this week. The midfielder who has plenty of titles to her name, joined on loan from Bayern. Gets play back underway. Here's Hines. To Lugano. Holland just slowly rising to her feet. Both teams really, really cancelling each other out here. A congested battle in the middle of the park especially. As we head towards the final quarter of the 90. Liverpool aiming for a 5th win in a row against Brighton in the WSL. A defeat for the hosts would be a 3rd in the division in succession, and the first time that's happened under the stewardship of Dario Vidicic. Can Nikita Paris help have a say in that? She links up with Adjumang on the corner of the area. The shot comes in high and wide of the target. Adjumang brimming with confidence, the youngster. The execution of the technique there means that Rachel Laws remains untroubled in the Liverpool goal, but not untroubled in that she needs some treatment. The physio's ushered on to take care of the 34-year-old goalkeeper. And we are into the final 15 minutes here at the Amex, in a battle between 5th and 6th. Liverpool took a 2-0 lead in at the break. Goals courtesy of Olivia Smith and Leanne Kiernan. Michelle Adjumang helping slice the deficit, meaning that as we go into these late phases, this game really will be played on a bit of a knife edge. Amber Whiteley pacing up and down her technical area. The interim boss at Liverpool wanting to ensure that they finish the campaign as strongly as possible and have 5th place in their sights. Rachel Laws is back up on her feet, and the game will restart imminently. None of Liverpool's last 13 WSL games have ended in a draw, and that's very much going to be in their minds as they look to manage proceedings from here until the full-time whistle. But only the top 3, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, top 4, have scored more home goals than Brighton. That's 6 more than any previous campaign, 18, 19 including Michelle Adjumang's. Can they produce another moment in front of goal for their home fans? Not right now, because they have to defend a corner, which you imagine Marie Herbinger will want to go and take, although it looks like Gemma Evans might be on duty now. The delivery comes in and it's busy in that 6-yard area. And a head injury means that the referee will bring the game to a stop. It's Sam Kerr, I think, the player down. We'll see a replay of that packed, congested 6-yard area. And the incident which has led to the pause here. The sun shining over the Amex, the home supporters in good voice. A long Easter bank holiday to enjoy with plenty of action in the Barclays Women's Super League and the Women's Champions League as well. It's Gemma Bonner, in fact, not Sam Kerr, the player who needed that treatment. Tough as old boots, the centre-back in the bright neon boots, back up on her feet. Before we restart, we might see a Brighton change. Yes, we are. Bruna Villamala coming on for the host in place of Jelena Kankovic.
Being replaced by number 20, Bruna Villamala.
A drop ball gets us back underway. Pressure being applied, and effectively so by Holland, who manages to whip the ball in as well. Gathered by Lurk. Thought about it once, thought about it twice, rolling it. He plays it out instead. Into the final 10 minutes we go. Liverpool defending a slender advantage as Brighton are on the attack. Ball intercepted by Hines. Does really well to switch up feet there, Taylor Hines. Looks to link up with Herbinger. He presses the ball. It's dealt with by Brighton, and here's Kiko Seke to Kirby. A little bit of space opening up on that left-hand side, but Liverpool retreat into shape. Ajimang for Brighton. Tries to find Kirby and will chase because the pass doesn't quite make it to her teammate. There's a bit of tiredness kicking in now. Pass is not quite meeting their intended recipient as the ball hooked over the top. This is a really good opportunity for Liverpool to seal the 3 points, and a brilliant save by Melina Lurk. Kerry Holland doing everything right there. Anticipating the pass, using her physicality to shake off the defender, getting the shot away, and it was diving. Save to her left-hand side from Lurk. And Evans will take the follow-up corner for the visitors. In comes the delivery. Whipped in and ricochets off the crossbar for a Brighton goal kick. Here's the Garno for Liverpool. Out to Holland on the left-hand side. Into the area she goes, whips the delivery in. The noise goes up a level. Brighton looking to find any means to get round this Liverpool defence. And every question they surmise, Liverpool have an answer for. Ajmang nods the ball out to the left-hand side, offers the pass as well. Links with Kirby. Bonner raises her arm aloft, appealing for an offside. The flag remains unmoved. And that's a really neat turn. The shot blocked as Liverpool look to travel upfield. The challenge comes in. And Seike now for the home team. Feeds it into the box. The layoff's there for Kirby, just unable. Gets the ball almost caught under her feet. But it's all Brighton as we enter the final 5 minutes of the 90. I suspect we'll have a considerable period of extra time as well. And some stoppages in this second half. Nice from Ajmang. Really clever play up against Fisk. Rolls the ball back. Delivery comes in, aiming towards that penalty spot. Hines heads out only so far as Kirby. Build and build Brighton here. Patient, probing. Simons to the left, where Ajman resides. Good front-footed thinking from the low knee. Nice play from Brighton. Can it result in some sort of attempt towards goal? And ripples of applause across the Liverpool back line there, and Rachel Laws going to high-five her teammate. Good defending this sort of tricky little spell there, the visitors, who will make a change. And Jenna Clark coming on to add some further defensive stability in place of Kerry Holland, back from injury, with another very impressive display in a Liverpool shirt. 2 assists this afternoon, forced a pretty decent save as well from Lurk just minutes ago. If Liverpool can hold on here, they will leapfrog Brighton up to 5th in the WSL. It's a yellow card for Rachel Laws. Referee administering the yellow for time wasting. 90 seconds of the 90 to go. Can Brighton summon a late equaliser here? A far, far brighter second half display. Composed defending from Hines, who remonstrates with the officials. As it's a corner for Brighton. Thought Hines had seen the ball out there, but the officials deem that the touch came off the Liverpool defender. And when games are played on a bit of a knife edge where they're as tight as this one, this could be a real gift for Brighton. The corner comes in, headed away. Put straight back in the mixer. Another important clearance from Liverpool. And there's Nagano, always sensing the danger with the clearance. We've played the 90. I said I suspected there would be a prolonged period of additional time. Confirmation there of a minimum of 8 minutes of additional time. Plenty for Brighton to try and find the goal to bring them level. Might be a nervy spell for the visitors. They have defended resolutely and clear their lines once again. Every clearance right now seems to be falling to a player in blue and white. Throw in for Brighton. Simon sprints over to take and then rolls upfield. Such a versatile player. Maisie Simons, such a exciting career ahead of her. It's Michelle Adjungman, another young player with an incredibly bright future, wins her team a free kick. Big moment this for Brighton. The signal's given, the routine's going to be exercised. The ball comes in, headed by Taylor Hines. It's a corner. Brighton creeping further upfield. And behind that corner flag is the travelling contingent, urging their team to stay resilient. Look how many players are packed in that 6-yard area. The delivery comes in, another commanding header away. Here's Paris. Tries to find space to navigate round. Ball played back. Seike. The ball bouncing around that 6-yard area. And the decision goes the way of Liverpool. Their defence standing firm. Rachel Laws tells her teammates, get away from me, get upfield. Let's release some of this pressure. Her goal kick. Nodded away. It's Fisk with the last touch. So it will be a Brighton throw. Dario Vidicic will be wondering why this second half display didn't come from the off for Brighton. Haven't had a competitive game in the WSL for 21 days. Liverpool, of course, were in action last week in the FA Cup semi-final. Took a while for the hosts to really get started in this contest. It's Liverpool now who have possession in the Brighton half. Lugano with the attempt, gathered by Lurk, who throws the ball out to Ajamang over on the far left-hand side. Ajamang dropping really, really deep to try and kickstart something for the Seagulls. We're halfway through the allotted 8 minutes of additional time at the Amex Stadium. Long ball forward will be gathered by Laws. She's on a yellow card, so she will have an air of caution, but also use all of those years of experience. Just help the clock tick along. Up next for Liverpool, in action next Sunday, a 12 p.m. kickoff at home against Spurs. For Brighton, a 2 p.m. trip to Everton awaits. Challenges coming in midfield. Another free kick for Brighton. Bergsvand plays the ball along midfield. Here's Kirby. Back to her centre-back. Similar to what we saw just a few moments ago, a long ball played forwards will be gathered. And after quite a prolonged period, the referee seems to have awarded Liverpool a free kick. They're coming together, and Taylor Hines will go in the book. We'll be able to see a replay here as the ball gets played long. Hines collides with the player. Seike, the Seagull, clipped. And this really is, you feel, the last roll of the dice for Brighton.
A substitution for the Albion, coming off, number 23, Maritare. And being replaced by number 33, Charlie Ward.
A late change here for Brighton. Charlie's Rule coming on, scored in the last game, her first goal on the first appearance for Brighton. It was a consolation goal against Manchester City. Could this cameo count for more? It's now or never for Brighton. The left-footed free kick delivery comes in. And Bergsvand was there. Just couldn't make the connection. And a golden opportunity goes a-begging for Brighton. .30 seconds left of the allotted 8 minutes. Once we hit that point, it all depends on the referee's discretion. There'll be a lot of nerves in the Liverpool end, because this victory will signify a lot for Amber Whiteley and her team. As I mentioned at the very start, the disappointment of exiting the FA Cup could have taken its toll, but to bounce back and see out a game like this would be absolutely huge, but they haven't seen it out yet. Here's Seike up against Hines, and that's what you need from your captain. Good, solid defending, calm defending too. And it's a Liverpool throw-in as well. That should be it, you would think. The away fans whistling away, waiting for that moment where their team could seal 3 huge points in the WSL, leapfrogging their hosts, going up to 5th in the division. The flicked header swung back upfield, ball bouncing around. Seike does well, drifts inside, links up with Ajamang. And that will be it. A massive win for Liverpool after FA Cup disappointment. 2 first half goals